Let's see. Bayleaf, are you ready to lose to me in Mario Kart World? Hey man, we already got some practice in. We're already familiar with how it feels. It felt great. I think I will say I think we were playing on 50cc. Maybe 100. Maybe 100. What do you think, Bayleaf? I don't know. Yeah, it was the longest day ever, and my legs are really tired, and I'm like literally still putting them up right now. Like, it was nuts. It was a crazy day. Did it feel similar to Mario Kart 8? Nah, not really. No, it felt pretty different. It felt pretty different. Like the controls are the same, right? Like you already know how to drift and draft and glide and all that, but like it felt, you know how it looks different and bouncy and squishy and rubbery? That's how the game feels. It's kind of like it's got this kind of squishy feel and bouncy and rubbery and fun, you know? I don't know how to describe it. I'm trying to think. The I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It was on 100cc. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm maybe it's because we were playing on 100cc. Maybe it was because we were playing on 100cc. But yeah, it felt kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's just squishy and fun and bouncy and like everything's just like, you know. Oh, you know what's interesting is I remember there being a lot of close calls when I was Waluigi and I was on my motorcycle. I remember there being a lot of close calls where I thought like an oncoming car hit me, and then Waluigi would like do this thing where he like you're like right around it, and I'd be like, "Whoa, that was cool." Dodged. You know what I mean? Cars can't hurt you. I disagree. I disagree because there were some cars that did hurt you, and then you spin out a little bit or you bounce over. Um, it was like kind of a dodge mechanic. I don't know how to describe it. It's very weird. Cause like yeah, it was like sometimes you were saved, but sometimes you weren't. And I I, I don't know. There was a lot. There was so much going on. I needed more time to like actually properly analyze everything, but man, I mean, when you're in the room and your blood is pumping and there's 40 people in there, you know, absorbed into the game, and you're just trying not to be. And it was so cool, dude. So when you're doing knockout mode, there's 24 people, and like 6 people are eliminated. Or no, four people are eliminated every round. There's 6 rounds, and it's just and so right there in the corner, it's like you must be 20th place or less to progress. 20th place or better. And like the entire time, you're just like, okay, I'm 22nd. I gotta get to 20th. Okay, I'm 18th. I gotta get to 16th. It was like really stressful, but I made it all the way to 5th place. So I don't know. Is this Soul Lock? Well, it's supposed to be Soul Lock. I'm here, but Demon is he's busy saving the world. He had an emergency. And I don't know exactly the details, but we said we were gonna give him now we're at 9 minutes. We're gonna give him 9 more minutes. So if he shows, then we'll do that, and it'll be short. We're at a point in the game where like we have 2 really big fights back to back, and we could come out on the other side having a gym badge, or crazy drama happens and people die. So it's possible, but like it's possible to like get a lot done even on a short stream. I just did a bunch of raids casually, and nobody died, so that was good. And I got leveled up my Flapple about 6 times, so I feel a lot better with where he's at. But yeah, Demon is not back yet, and that's okay. We are scheduled for tomorrow too, so we're gonna see if he shows up in the next 8 minutes. Then we're gonna on with the show. If not, we're gonna play Marvel Rivals. I got to do some missions, maybe partner up with some people who like to play Marvel Rivals, you know. I recently filled my Zonai battery like 10 times at once. Large Zonai cores are so OP. They are. Tears of the Kingdom, right? Yeah, Tears well, I don't know if this is a spoiler for you, but what up, Birch? How you been? I don't know if this is a spoiler for you or if you care, but I feel like this is something I wish I knew before I tried grinding like my to max my battery, but like um there's multiple bars of the battery. You know, there's multiple bars of the battery. It after you think you max it, it changes color, and I was like, oh, no, 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 no. I'm not talking about multiple little battery symbols. I'm talking once you get all the batteries in one color, there's extra batteries that are a different color. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that at first when I played it. Nobody told me. I didn't know that. Does it go past that? I don't know if it goes past blue. Because I'm not going to lie. After I got like 3 or 4 blue ones, I was like, I think I'm good. Like, I actually just don't need any more energy. Like, I'm totally fine. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, why would I ever need this much power? So yeah. But yeah, we're talking about Tears of the Kingdom for just a Switch. I don't know. That might be something they change in the Switch 2 version. Not sure. But man. Also, it was so cool being I will just say it was so cool being in the room with people who are just as nerdy as you are. I will say that was really fun. Because as you know, right, I'm a huge Zelda fan. Like, I have to stop myself from talking about it for hours because I literally can do that every single stream. I can literally talk about Zelda for hours every time I go live. Hours. So it was so cool, right, with like the Nintendo employees there, and it was their first time seeing the Master Sword pulled in the Switch 2 version, and they were like, wait a minute. And I was like, same. I was like, okay. And they were looking at the sword, and they were like, is that the same texture on the sword that it was in the first game? Or do you think they added the texture to match how it looks in Tears of the Kingdom? And I was like, no. That's how it always looked, but it looks really good. And they were like, oh, yeah. But, they have to get those details right. I was like, yeah. But it's interesting because, like, it can look different. I was like, it can look different from the sword, in Tears of the Kingdom, because technically it's not a perfect loop of the timeline. Like, it's kind of like this damage happens once. It's kind of like, and they're like, oh yeah, you're right. That's a good point. I was like, we're just all nerds, It's just awesome. And then like I was geeking out. Like, I learned all that lore from like the Nintendo employee that was there, working the Metroid Prime. And she was watching me in the boss fight. I got all the way down to like 1 health, by the way. And so when I killed the boss, she was like, yeah! And I was like, whoa. I didn't know people were watching me. And then she told me like all the lore and everything. And I was like, oh, sick. And I was like, do you know anything about like the release date? And she said, it just said 2025, maybe 2026. And I was like, what? I said, but you know what? Take your time, Nintendo. Take your time. She goes, that's right, because we don't want them to make something that we hate. You know what I mean? After having waited so long, I was like, you know what? You're right. We waited this long. I can wait a couple extra months. It's fine. At the end of this year, we're going to be playing Pokemon Legends ZA anyway. So we don't need to have it at the same time. You know what I mean? Those 2 games at the same time competing for my attention, it's not, I don't need that. I don't need that. I'll be okay. You better believe we're going to be playing Legends ZA. Oh my god, dude. There's I don't know what to talk about. There's just so many things okay, so we need to make a calendar. We do need to make a calendar. And Demon has 3 minutes, by the way. We need to make a calendar with all the release dates so that we know what we're streaming when we're streaming. Because I do want to sneak an RPG in. I'm getting the itch again, guys. I'm getting the itch. And Diamond suggested, shout outs Diamond if you're lurking. Diamond suggested I play, I think it was Bravely Default. Let me check. Which the music I've heard the music in Bravely Default before. It's amazing. It's really good. It's really good. Was it Bravely Default? I'm checking. I'm checking. He was trying to talk me. Yeah, it was. It was Bravely Default. That's what he was talking about. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, so it was on the 3DS, and now they're putting it on Switch 2, like a remaster. And it looked really good, I'm not going to lie. There is a new RPG that came out that is apparently very good. What? What is it? You have to remember. Expedition 33. Let me Google. I'm curious. Oh, yeah. Here's what it looks like. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me make it a little bigger. That looks pretty good. Or it looks like, I mean, I'm judging it by the title. Possible Game of the Year. Okay. What's it about? Explore a world of wonders inspired by Belle Epoque France and battle unique enemies. I like how we mentioned like Pokemon Legends ZA once, and this is Lumiose City. Lumiose City Lo-Fi. That's crazy. Oh, it's turn-based. Okay, cool. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. Unreal Engine 5. I like it. I like it. It's a groundbreaking turn-based RPG with unique real-time mechanics. Ooh. I like that. I've always wanted there to be more real-time mechanics in my RPGs. There a couple RPGs try it, but it never really feels real time. So I'd be interested to see what makes it so unique, because they say unique. I'd be interested to see that. Yeah, that could be interesting. Describing Kingdom Hearts. No, I'm not describing Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts does like kind of, it's different. It's a little different because it's not. Is it really turn-based in Kingdom Hearts? I don't know. Hey, full confession. Full confession. I've never played Kingdom Hearts. It's on my to-do list. It's on my to-do list. My to-do list keeps getting longer and longer the more good games come out, and I miss them. Yeah. I completely miss Kingdom Hearts. I know it's a good game. I know at least 1 and 2 are good. I don't know about 3. 3 seemed like it had like kind of mixed reviews. Guess who I listed celebrity voice actor? I missed it. Charlie Cox, Andy Serkis. Okay, wait. I'm not remembering their names. Who did they voice? Who did they voice? Wait, Charlie Cox was in something that we saw recently. Is he in Pokemon? Oh, he's Daredevil? Oh, excuse me. I was blind to that one. Let me make my face bigger. Hold on. Here we go. He's Gollum, Snoke, Caesar. That's crazy. So he does those kind of voices, huh? That's crazy. Andy Serkis has been in Marvel too. Oh, cool. Claw. Oh. That's cool. But I know Darkrai and a lot of others have been talking about me playing 3 Houses. So that's also on the table. It's really mostly. Wait, when did that game come out? I missed it. When did Expedition 3 come out? Is it out already? Oh, Expedition 33 come out. It's out. Came out. Oh, it came out last week. Nice. Okay. Cool. Cool. I'll see if I can catch some streamers playing it or something. Just like a little taste test, a little sample. Hopefully I don't see anything spoilery, but but yeah, that could be kind of cool. 3 Houses is long. Wait, really? Wait, how long is it? I thought it was only like 100 hours. I say only because the last RPG I played was Persona. I played Persona 5 and Persona 3. Only. No. Only. When we played Persona 3 somehow. I think we played more hours for Persona 3 than we played for Persona 5. I don't even know how. Oh, actually, I do know how. Because stupid, dumbass Tartarus was long as hell and, like, completely unnecessary. I'm mad about it. I'm 1,000,000% mad about it. If you want to do all 3 houses... Wait, what does that mean, all 3 houses? Is that a spoiler? Don't tell me. Moist Critical played 33. Oh, okay. So I know it's probably not for me. We have totally different tastes. That's not true. Doesn't Moist Critical like Sonic as well? He likes Sonic, I think. I did not care for the endgame content. No, I didn't. Not endgame, but the post game. I didn't care about the DLC. Maybe someday I'll care, but like, I don't know. I don't know. I thought the final boss. I thought even the final boss was kind of too long. I was like after like the fourth or fifth form, I was like, okay, buddy. Alrighty. And then like after like the eighth form, you're like, oh my god, they're really doing this. Weren't there like 16 forms or something? It was disgusting. Ugh, yucky. Ugh. I'm not even exaggerating, guys. There was a form for every single like tarot card. Dark Souls, but it's 6 phases. It was more than 6 phases, but yes. Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't care. I unlocked an attack that just one shots the enemy, and I didn't care. I was like, I don't care. I'm literally gonna use this. And then I had another skill that like completely rejuvenated my MP. So like I would just use both of those, and I was like, I don't care. I earned this. I earned the right to one shot the final boss. I'm sorry. This is my fight. Mine. I don't care. Oh god, all the early late 2000s YouTubers seem to hate the blue guy. Really? Even Charlie? Oh no, he hated him? That sucks. Yep, I'll be curious if he ever does 6 to 8 months for a route. What are we saying? What are we saying? 6 to 8 months? Huh? What do you mean? It's a 6 to 8 month gameplay? What do you mean by that, brother? wait, you don't mean literally, right? You mean in the game, right? In game time? Right? I stopped watching the channel because of Persona. Oh no, a lot of people did. A lot of people did. It's a completely different kind of content, you know? I get it. Totally get it. Each house can take some time. I see. Each route can be 70 hours. Okay. Because here's something else I was thinking. I was thinking about maybe even doing like a big game, like 3 houses. I was thinking about hitting the record button whenever I play, but not the go live button, and making like YouTube videos about my reaction to certain things, but maybe not streaming it live, just because sometimes those kind of games, sometimes they're just not fun to watch live. Like sometimes there's a lot of like downtime or grinding or side quests, or like if you miss a stream, you're like, I don't know what's going on anymore. You know what I mean? So a lot of times a lot of like the plot heavy RPGs, they have low viewership compared to other kinds of games. You know, like Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals, drop me in the middle of the fight. Yes, it's chaotic. Yes, there's a lot going on, but I can figure it out. Like I can tell when they're winning. I can tell when they're losing. It's kind of like soccer. You know, it's chaotic. There's a whole bunch of people running around, but I can kind of figure out after a while who's winning, who's losing. I didn't, you know, even though I might have missed the first quarter, you can drop me in. And say, do they call them quarters in soccer? And anyway. You wouldn't care. Yeah. There's a couple people who would stick around too. You know, I don't know. Oh yeah, it could be brain rot. Yeah. True. True. RPGs can be just so long. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I would have watched me when I was playing some of those Persona streams. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, there were some episodes where I was like, those of you who are here, like, why are you here? Like, like, what part of this are you enjoying? Maybe you enjoy watching somebody suffer. But also, I will say, like, if it's a game that you really, really like, sometimes it's really fun, like, watching to see what people's reactions are to, like, the big points of the games, and it's coming up, and you're like, here it comes. Here it comes. You know? So, I cannot wait. I hope Sumi isn't lurking. But in case I hope she is lurking. But if she's just in case Sumi isn't lurking, we're not gonna say anything spoilery for Undertale, excuse me, for Undertale. But Sumi's never played Undertale. She knows nothing about Undertale. I cannot wait for that stream. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun to watch. I'm gonna be like, yo. There's a couple games like that where it's like everybody who's played these games before, like everybody can appreciate somebody's first impression of a wildly, like I mentioned this before on stream, like Ocarina of Time. If you catch somebody playing Ocarina of Time blind, I don't care if they're a tiny streamer or not. It's gonna be a nice thing when you see, like, you're in for a treat when they hit those I won't say what they, in case for some reason some of you haven't played Ocarina of Time. There's certain things in there that are actually plot twists, and it's so cool when it happens, and you're like, and like you see people's reaction to it for the first time, like raw, uncut, and they're like, what? I could do that now? Or that person was actually so and so all along? You know what I mean? So Doki Doki the first time, yeah, Doki Doki is also very, very similar, where like you're like, no, it's cool. I'll sit through the mundane parts of the game because I know where this goes. And once you know, you can never unknow. You know what I mean? You can never unknow. If you don't know Ocarina, it's a treat. Yes. If one of you has never played Ocarina of Time, please stream it. Please. Don't look up anything. Don't look up a single thing. Please stream it, because that's going to be great content. Maybe one streamer friend got maybe 3 dungeons in Ocarina of Time before life got in the way. Yo, you gotta tell them to get back on that thing, because they are literally at the part of the game where it gets crazy. I ain't playing through the water temple again. Okay, the water temple is not that bad in the 3DS remake. It's pretty bad in the Ocarina of Time version. I mean, in the original Ocarina of Time, like in the N64 version, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It sucks. Oh boy, when he comes back, Persona 5 is a priority for him. Fair. That's fair. That's fair. Is emulator actually banned? Because, I mean, Nintendo makes... Yeah, no. I was like, who banned it in my chat? No, you can still say it. Well, sometimes John gets carried away. He bans words. Or that wasn't John. That was, someone who was formerly a mod. Someone who used to be a mod. They used to ban random words. No, not Aaron. Aaron, I think, is still a mod. It was somebody else. I don't have to name them because they're not a mod anymore, so... Might be embarrassing that they're not a mod, but anyway, banned is banned. It's John's inside joke that you can never say emulator, but the thing is, Nintendo made an emulator and it's called the Nintendo Switch Online. It is an emulator. It is their official emulator. It's crazy that they just created an emulator from scratch, as opposed to just porting the game, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, surely it was worth it. That's the only reason, by the way. That's the only reason they didn't just put every single game in the library into Nintendo Switch Online. It's because they built the emulator from scratch. I don't know why, But I guess maybe it was because, they knew that they were going to do a Switch 2, and maybe it was just going to, like, well, yeah, they made the console, but I mean, like the way they did it, they basically remade the game. But they didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? They could have just ported it. You know what I mean? Like, why did they remake it? For their emulator. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say, right? They could have just, I don't know, whatever. Nintendo be Nintendo sometimes. Porting is harder? Really? Well, maybe. Maybe. You might be right, actually. I wouldn't know. Nintendo be Nintendo. Yeah. But what I was going to say is I can see the investment being absolutely worth it if you knew years and years in advance that you were going to keep using the Nintendo Switch Online, and it would be a thing for the next console as well. Like, that's kind of genius, I don't know. Did that happen? Maybe that's how it worked for Wii and Wii U. Could somebody let me know? I never had a Wii U. But if you purchase something online for Wii, could you use it for the Wii U? You know what I mean? Or like the online library, did it carry over to Wii U? Because that's kind of nice, Draft pick Pokemon time? Oh shit, I forgot about that. Not yet. We have to let me get through my Soul Link first. By the way, yeah, Demon's not coming, unfortunately. It is what it is, I mean, it's an hour past when he said he would be here. Wait, what is 21:45 CST? What time is that? Am I tripping? What time is that? Is that now? Oh, God. Okay, wait. 21 out of 24. The math is 3 hours until midnight. 3 hours until midnight is 9. Oh, it's now. Wait. Yeah. Them porting Skyward Sword alone without Twilight Princess and Wind Waker is wild to me. True. That's true. That's Nintendo be Nintendo. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. Especially when they just ported it. They just did that on the Wii U. Like, you must have some kind of something, ready. Limited release. Just wait for the Legend of Zelda All-Stars. Yeah, for the 30. No, Zelda's been out for 30 years, hasn't it? Wait. How old is Zelda? How old is Legend? I think it's 35 years. 39? 39! Holy shit, chat. Next year, The Legend of Zelda turns 40. That's crazy. Okay, I was not alive, okay? I was not alive. But I remember my dad was playing a bunch of games. I remember my dad playing like the first 4 Zelda games when I was a baby, and he was like babysitting me. Or like, I guess, being a parent or whatever. Not like babysitting, but like, that's what it felt like, because it was like, oh, mom's at work, and so I'm watching, But yeah, I remember I would just sit there and I would watch him play Zelda, and it was so cool. I kind of miss those days, all you had to worry about was, I wonder if we're going to beat that dungeon, It was like Twitch before Twitch, and my dad was my streamer, and I was the chat. SNES, Link to the Past, skyrocketed that game. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I remember him playing that one too. And that was the first one where I was like, I need to play this. I need my own save file, Dad. Move over. And that was, I'm pretty sure that was the first Zelda I ever actually beat. And I went back and I did Zelda 2 and eventually Zelda 1. I feel like I did Zelda 2 before I did Zelda 1. Because it was a shorter, simpler game. Zelda 1 was complicated. Oh my god. Zelda 1 was literally like Breath of the Wild 40 years ago. I guess. Apparently 40 years ago. It was like, here's the world. There you go. Figure it out. It was nuts. Dad left me with the Xbox 360 to fend for myself. We never played together. Aw, when I was born, he stopped gaming altogether. Despite being a Sega guy and a COD guy. Ah, sorry. At least he gave you a pretty dope console, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you did figure it out. And you did good. You did good. He knew you had to learn the skills on your own, you know. He knew. My dad stopped playing on Mario 64, Super Mario 64, because for him the polygons made him sick. He was like, "Nah, can't do it. Can't do it. It's weird. 3D is weird. I need to go back to 2D where life makes sense." I was like, "But Dad, this is amazing." So Super Mario 64 was the first game I beat that my dad didn't beat. No, I don't remember if I beat that before I beat Link's Awakening or reverse. But my dad did not beat Link's Awakening. So I don't remember. Too many graphics. 64? 64 bits? That's too many bits. That was my dad. 64? Nah. Yep. No, yeah. Zelda 1 is insane, dude. Try playing Zelda 1 now, today, without looking anything up. Except maybe I'll let you download like a PDF of the manual. The manual does actually tell you some things. And back in the day, you actually like had manuals, you know, with the game. It comes with it. You actually have to read it too, because it tells you how to play. The game sure doesn't tell you how to play. There's no tutorial. You turn on the game and you're just in it. You're just playing the game now. You need the manual. Oh my god. Your dad was never a gamer, Darkrai. Ah. That, you know, hey, there's pluses and minuses, you know? There's pluses and minuses. He wouldn't know who Mario and Link are. Oh my god. That's funny. Your dad's saying new games. You literally. The tech was so good, bro gave up. Literally. I'm not even. And I tried for years after that, trying to get him. I remember, dude. I showed him Ocarina of Time, and I showed him the Ganon fight in Ocarina of Time. He was like, great. I was like, you don't want to play? Come on, this is great. He was like, no, that's great for you. I was like, okay, how about Wind Waker? It's kind of 2D in a 3D world. He's flat-ish. It's anime. And he was like, nope. Let me know when you get to Ganon. I was like, all right. So I got to Ganon. I showed him the Ganon fight. He was like, that was crazy. I was like, I can't believe you don't want to play after seeing that. I can't believe you don't want to see this for yourself, you know, like the whole game. I showed him, I'm pretty sure I showed him, no, I don't know. I don't think he even cared. I don't think he even cared for like Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. It was so sad. But Breath of the Wild, he thought about it. He was like, I think he thought about it for Breath of the Wild. I'm not gonna lie. Twilight Princess the best? I think starting with Twilight Princess was where I noticed that there are aspects of every Zelda that Zelda game did best, I would say. You know, I don't think, for me, I didn't like the plot and the lore of Twilight Princess. I feel like if you're really reading into the narrative, I think the narrative changes halfway through the game, you know? But there is not a single Ganon fight that I have redone nearly as many times as I've done the Twilight Princess one. That Twilight Princess Ganon fight, the 4 phases, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No Zelda comes close. Maybe the only one that comes close, and I haven't decided yet, the only one that comes close is Tears of the Kingdom. Because Tears of the Kingdom, like plot happened. Plot happened. I can't say what. Don't spoil it. Do not spoil it, especially for John. Don't spoil. If you know, you know. But things happen in that fight, and you're like, No, I'm gonna drop an F-bomb. No fucking way, dude. That was one of my first streams ever. And I remember because I was streaming it, I was like hyper aware that like I thought people would think I was being fake. That's how much the surprise in that fight got me. I was like, I was like, like if you look in the ancient YouTube VODs, they're on there. They're actually on there. And it was it was awesome. When it happened, I was like, yo, it was pretty crazy. Oh yeah, the underhydrated Ganon and the rehydrated Ganon. True. And Ganon actually breaks it down salsa style. That's what happens. It's lore accurate. But let me see. So Twilight Princess, Breath of the Wild, Majora's Mask, Ocarina, Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, first off, how is Wind Waker not on that list? How is Link to the Past not on that list? First of all, I respect that list though. That's a pretty strong. Like, I can't even be mad at it, but I do have questions. Like, is Wind Waker and what's it called? Link to the Past? Do you put those after all those games? That's fair. I guess I could. That's the only thing is Twilight Princess for me. For me, I don't know. It depends on what's important to you in the game, I guess. You know, it's important. I would replace Tears of the Kingdom with Wind Waker. Okay. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So, okay, let me ask this. See, y'all got to stop me. But because I could go for hours. But what is your favorite thing? What is the most important to you when you play a Zelda game? You like the darker games? Oh, it's atmosphere. Is it atmosphere? Is that the number one thing you're looking for when you're playing a Zelda game? Because yes, I would say I would say Twilight Princess and Majora's Mask are neck and neck in terms of atmosphere. Yeah. See, called it. Yep. Majora's Mask is my favorite, by the way. So that's why I'm like, yep. Breath of the Wild had me playing hours. Let me see if I missed anything. Hold on. Okay. Where does Legend of Link from last year rank? Oh, that's a good question. He calls it Legend of Link, by the way, but it's he's talking about the Zelda game, the actual Zelda game. What the heck was it called? So that's your first indication as to where it falls into all of it, unfortunately. Shoot. I'm looking for the game case and I can't see it. It might be in Bayleaf's room. Tears of the Kingdom, Xenoblade. What the heck is that Zelda game called? Frick, I can't remember. What is the Zelda game where you play a Zelda and it's like the actual first Zelda game? Oh my god, I'm blanking on it. What are the letters? What is even the acronym? Oh, Echoes of Wisdom. I got it. Echoes of Wisdom. I got it. Whew. I don't have to give you my Zelda card. Echoes of Wisdom was great. But out of all the games that Ultimate listed, I think it's safe to say I would put Echoes of Wisdom after all of them. You know? It's a really good game, though. That's a testament to how good of a series Zelda is, in my opinion. You know? The fact that I can absolutely love a game. Absolutely love it. And it's still not even in my top 5 Zelda games. You know what I mean? But I would say, now, RPG. Check it out. You're not gonna believe me. I don't know what game is better. I don't know which game is better to this day. Echoes of Wisdom or A Link Between Worlds. That's how good Echoes of Wisdom is. Hands down, that's my final verdict. That's how good it is. It's really good. It's really good. I love the lore too. The lore is insane. And if they don't use it for the next Zelda game, wasted. They actually changed some things. Not like in a Tears of the Kingdom kind of way, but like they changed some things in I can't really compare it to anything. Yeah, I can't really compare it to anything. Okay. It's similar. It's a similar feeling to how you felt when you learned that one of the possible timeline branches in Ocarina of Time was something you completely didn't even expect. Now, okay, it was for a stupid reason. Link is dead. Well, that's dumb, right? But it's that one for that half second before where you're like, oh, you know, and then you hear what the explanation is, and you're like, oh. It's that one moment. That's how that game feels. The lore, because you're like, but there's no letdown. You're just like, oh, that's been there the whole time. Oh, I won't spoil it. You'll like it. It's a good game. You should play it. You should play it. Now, what did I miss? Anything other than the new 2 games? What are we talking about? What did I miss? I'm not the one to ask. I'm not really a fan of older Zelda games. Really into this new duology and direction. Wait, what do you mean? My first Legend of Zelda games was Seasons and Ages. Not bad. That's actually a really good first Zelda for you to have, because every Zelda game after gets better and better and better. Except, well, okay, there's a few other games I would put below it. I would put a couple games below it. I have no horse in this race because I don't play Zelda, but you should. Well, I bet you'd watch if I played a Zelda game, right? And then I would guide you. You did. You watched Echoes of Wisdom, most of it. So yeah, you kind of know a little bit of Zelda lore. You know a little bit. Majora's into Twilight Princess. Yes. The story branch. Yes, I agree. That eye-opening moment when you're like, wait, Majora's Mask is canon? What? And it actually, like, affected Twilight Princess? What? That's crazy. Yeah. So, no, like, I really hope they use some of that new stuff that they had in Echoes of Wisdom in the new Zelda game, whatever it is. And I swear to God, I don't want to know anything about that new Zelda game until at least 2026 is where I want my teaser. I don't want a teaser anytime this year. You know why? I want them to take their time on this Zelda game. I want them to cook. I want them to cook on this one. I don't want no bullshit retcon, anti-lore nonsense. Like they did in Tears of the Kingdom. No, sir. I want a real Zelda game. I want a Zelda game that make me question everything I thought I knew in a good way. In a good way. Kind of like Skyward Sword, actually. Skyward Sword did great things for the lore, I would say. Skyward Sword, yeah. That the lore is the only good thing about that game. I would say. But the lore is great. The lore is fantastic. It was the first Zelda game where I actually thought about crying during, actually. It was pretty close. But I held it tough. I held it tough. If you know, you know. Oh, I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. Link's Awakening. But like, you won't cry until like 3 days later. You won't cry until like 3 days later. My hot take is Majora's Mask is better than Ocarina of Time. Oh, it is. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that one. It is. I also agree that it probably is a hot take to the normies. It's probably a hot take to the normies. Yeah. But I mean, think about it. I mean, the game was built on the fact that it's the same Link. It's a sequel. So Link is stronger. He can use even some of the adult items by then because he's got this proficiency and mastery. He can use completely different moves. You know, he does like these. He's acrobatic. He just jumping like in the prologue of the game. He's doing like side flips and shit. You know what I mean? Majora's Mask 100% better. I agree. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's as deep as Ocarina of Time, but it doesn't have to be. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be deep to be a good Zelda game. And because of that, it had this one simple mechanic, and you just experience these 3 days over and over again. That's where Majora's Mask gets deep, because you really, really get to know your characters. You really get to know them. There's not very many of them, but you really get to know them, and it feels like you actually help them. You know, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. Majora's Mask is just the time thing, the sadness of what the masks mean, the gravity, what's going on, the fact that everybody gets hit with it and everybody responds to trauma in a different way. Some people choose to ignore it. Some people get pissed off and mad and they yell at people. Some people get like really depressed. Some people run. You know, it's just it's something about it. You know, something about it. They cooked. Yeah, they made that game in less than a year. I think. Pretty sure they made that game in less than a year. This just sounds like Persona. Yeah, but I mean, this came out like years before Persona. Maybe a decade. I mean, you got to remember, right? This game turned 20 years old yesterday. Majora's Mask turned 20 years old yesterday. So, you know. In fact, I would not be surprised if Majora's Mask inspired some parts of Persona. I wouldn't be surprised at all. You know. But maybe not like, when did Persona 1 come out? I mean, we're not talking about Persona 1, right? we're talking about Persona like 3 and onwards. When did Persona 3 come out? 2006? Yeah, Majora's Mask came out 6 years before that, pretty sure. No. Yeah, we're not talking about the first Persona, because to my understanding, Persona 1 is nothing like Persona 3. Right? When did Majora's Mask come out? Yeah, April 27th, 2000. It did. It was 6 years. April 27th, 2000. And then Persona 3 came out 2006. July 30th. More than 6 years. 6 years and like, I don't know. What is that? 3 months? It's pretty crazy. That's my dad's birthday, actually. That's crazy. Not obviously the year 2006, but. Oh, no. He said Persona 1 came out. Yeah. No, not me. Yeah. No. Yeah, Persona 1 came out in 1996. But like, it was, I mean, wasn't it like a puzzle game or something? Like, it was very, very, it's kind of like comparing Final Fantasy 1 to Final Fantasy 7. You know? It's that different. It's not, like, people tell you don't even play Persona 1. People tell you don't even play Final Fantasy 1. Like, don't even play it. Nobody talks about it. Yeah, and that's where I messed up with Final Fantasy, by the way. In case you're wondering why I never play Final Fantasy 7, because I'm stupid, and I thought it was a continuous plot, and naturally, where do you start? I started with Final Fantasy 1, and I got like halfway through, and I was like, this game sucks. Why do people love it? I don't get it. I didn't know until I streamed and I told that story that I wasn't supposed to play. You don't play Final Fantasy 1, not these days. You played Final Fantasy 1 back in the day when it was the only game you had and grinding was like normal, you know? Not anymore. Not anymore. Well, even though Demon said he'd be here at 9:45, he's still late. So I think we're going to call it. I think we're going to probably call it. I've only played Final Fantasy 7 Remake, 15 and 16. You know what? Final Fantasy 7 Remake is on my list. But I'm not going to lie. I think part of me is waiting for the last part to come out, and then that way I can play all three. Like, I'm sure they're gonna come out with like a definitive edition that has all three on it. Maybe it costs like $120 or something like that, and you get a little discount or something like that. But that's 2028 for you. Oh, that's a big number. That's a big number. 2030? You're lying. You must be. He's joking. He's joking. He has to be. He has to be. 16 is your favorite. I've heard that. 16 is the one that's like, doesn't it feel like an MMO? Or is it an MMO? I don't know. People do like raid days and stuff in 16, right? It is not. Okay. Alrighty then. Don't they do raids though? To me, if you're doing raids together with a big group of people, that sounds like MMO energy to me, you know? It's the lessons they learned in 15. Oh, the MMO was 14. Oh, I see. Okay, then maybe I don't know anything about 15 and 16. I think, you know what? I remember when I think 16 came out, a lot of streamers were covering it, and it looked really good. But then Final Fantasy like 7 Remake Part 2 came out, and I was very confused. Like, I was just like, I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know what's going on with Final Fantasy anymore. I don't get it. But I guess they're just different worlds. It's the Zelda in me that like it wants to connect it all. You know what I mean? I want to connect everything. 15 is the edgy prince guy, and characters are bad unless you play the DLC. Okay. You know what? It's like Earthbound and Mother 3. Like, they're kind of somehow in the same universe, but you can't really connect it. There's like one thing that connects it, and I'm not going to spoil that in case anybody ever wants to like look it up or play it or whatever, but I was talking to Diamond about this on Discord the other day. Mother 3, I'm sorry. I love the game. I love the game. Let me preface with that. Mother 3 will never see an American release. Ever, 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 ever. And I'll tell you why. Let me find what because yes, way too dark. He was telling me like, hey, be careful about Bravely Default. There's some dark themes. I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say it's not kid friendly at certain points. And I was like, let me see. What did I say? I said, without spoiling, what are we talking here? Like, when you say kid friendly, because most of my stream is not kid friendly. You know what I mean? Like, and so here is my example. I said, like, for example, without spoiling, I can tell you Mother 3 has adult themes around underage drug use, strong transgender implication, child predators, animal cruelty, and cruel and unusual punishment. I've never typed all that out before, but holy shit, Mother 3 is fucked. It's no wonder it ain't coming to the USA. Like, like that shit is in the game. That shit is in the game. You know what I mean? How do you translate that and market it for children? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. You just can't do that. Sorry. It's a great game, but we can't have it. You understand, right? We can't have it. Oh man. Okay, Final Fantasy 15 is if magic became industrialized and made into tech. Interesting. 16 is what happens when the magic can die. Oh. Okay. So are these like alternate realities? Is it like the multiverse for Marvel where like what if? Final Fantasy is basically mostly tech and is killing the world. Wait. Oh, 7. Oh, okay. You think it's the same world but different eras? Yeah, and that's kind of how Mother 3 is related to like Earthbound. Like it's a different world, different timeline. I mean, it's the same, maybe the same world, different timeline. Maybe not the same world. I don't know. It's pretty open to interpretation. But like Zelda's all the same world. You know what I mean? It's all related somehow. Even Majora's Mask to a certain degree, which exists in like a pocket dimension or something like that. Even like Link's Awakening, which occurs in a dream. It's canon. It happened. It's crazy. Oh boy. See? We're back to Zelda and it's been like an hour and a half. I could do this all day. The summons and some of the more lore things are connected. Okay. That makes sense. See, that makes it kind of like Persona, where like a lot of all the personas are in the same, like they're in like all the personas in like 5 are in Persona 3, you know? Apparently a lot of them are actually in Shin Megami Tensei as well. But I've never played Shin Megami Tensei. I'm scared to. I'm scared to play Shin Megami Tensei. I'm scared. I don't know why. It just feels like a whole nother world. You know? And I'm like, I'm kind of satisfied. Hey ho! Hee ho! I'm kind of satisfied with where I'm at with the world of Persona. I'm just excited for like the next Persona, you know? I will play Persona 6. I will play Persona 6. Because I know they're not going to make the same mistakes that they made in Persona 3 again. You know? After making Persona 5, I think you'll love Persona 4. I heard that. Yeah. I think we are going to play Persona 4 too. I'm saving it. I'm saving it for a rainy period, like a period where, like, here's the thing, right? I was going to play Persona 4 this summer. I actually was going to play Persona 4 this summer. I can't do that anymore. 2 words. Switch 2. I was like, man, there aren't really any good games coming out for a while. So maybe we play some good ones that are already out, you know? I'll play Persona 4 as quick as I can. Maybe then I'll play Dark Souls or something. You know what I mean? Nope. Everything got pushed back. Brother, nobody was expecting June 5th. Nobody. I don't think even people who worked at Nintendo expected June 5th. I imagine, right? They were like, June 5th. And people were like, we gotta finish this thing right now. I thought late summer at least. I'm with you, John. John. I actually thought realistically, holiday 2025. I was so sure because of Legends ZA. When they said 2025 holiday, I was like, oh, that's when the Switch 2 is coming out. Duh. That makes sense. Wrong. Oh yeah, by the way, they told me Metroid Prime 4 is going to have a Switch 1 version and a Switch 2 version. And then me and the Nintendo guy who told me that, we looked at each other and we were like, why would I play it on the Switch 1 in 2020, late 2025, early 2026? Why would I play that on Switch 1? This we knew on Metroid Prime 4. I wouldn't say new, but a lot of people reasonably inferred it. Yes, reasonably inferred it, I would say. And I think they did? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. I didn't know it was flat out said. But also, I'm like, why? Okay. Here's the thing, right? Because I think they're doing that for Legend ZA as well, right? I think they're doing that for think about this, chat. Think about this. The game comes out in like December at earliest, right? So, like, if you think about that, that's 6 months. That's 6 months after the new console comes out. November, that's 5 months. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know how much of a backup there's going to be if you didn't get the pre-order. Because, I mean, the PS5 did take a minute before people could get that second wave. You know, and they're saying, like, the Switch 2 is going to be a lot like the PS5 in that regard. So, yeah, it's possible. It might be such that, like, yeah, you know, they made the greatest call of all time, and they allowed you the ability to play Metroid Prime 4 and Legends ZA on the Switch while you wait for the second wave of the Switch 2 to come out. It could be that they just knew somehow. Genius, if that is the case. Yeah, I got mine. You know, hey, we're good. You know, but I'm gonna crash the fuck out if it takes me 6 months. You know, at least you'll have streamers. At least you'll have Twitch. Oh my god, dude. It's possible. It is possible. We'll see what happens, you know. But see, that's why I was like, I will work harder so that I can afford to buy a Switch 2 or 2, you know, so that y'all, if you're in a situation where you're not able to get the Switch 2 for a while, tune in. I got you, you know. So I'm going to play, I know I'm going to play Mario Kart. I know I'm going to play Metroid Prime 4. I know we're going to play the Zeldas. We're going to play both of them. They're free for me. I mean, yes, I had to buy the Switch 2, but I'm already on Nintendo Switch Online, like the whatever package. So, yeah, we secured it. Yeah, Darkrai secured it too. Trace, Trace, are you on the list for Nintendo at least? You lucky, you pretty smart ass. Whoa, wait. Are you signed up? Okay, good. That you're fine. You're fine. I think. Because not everybody can get on that list. Not everybody can get on that list. So no. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom are free upgrades. I want to say, and I could be wrong, but I want to say Kirby is as well. I think Jambo, they said you're paying like $20. To me, I'm like, whatever, $20 is nothing. We're talking about the packages. Welcome back from ads. We're talking about the packages that like the Switch 2 version. Oh, Kirby and Jambo are not. Yeah, I knew Jambo wasn't. I thought Kirby was for some reason. Yeah, the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 remakes are free for me. So that's awesome. So we're definitely playing those this summer. We're definitely playing those. I just have to figure out how the frick to stream from my phone, or like to you know, to mirror it so that you can see what's happening, because like the map is going to be on the phone. So, oh, I should probably download, what's that app called? Yeah, for Pokemon Go too, but also for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Chat, what's the app called? I got to download it. I'm going to download it right now. I'm starting to get kind of hungry. Should I have ramen tonight? What was I doing just now? Oh yeah, the app. App Store. I have to buy the expansion. I'm pretty sure I'm on the expansion. I don't remember. Is there a way to check? I just pay the money every month. Oh. Wait, what? Cancel. What am I doing? Okay, let me save the game first. I don't think I saved the game yet. I actually don't think I saved the game yet. Oh, that's rare for me. Okay. What the heck is the app called? I'm gonna type in Nintendo. Nintendo. Oh, it's called Nintendo Today. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. Yeah, and they actually also have like a calendar with all the updates and stuff. So there you go. They did it for me. I guess I'm gonna download the Nintendo Switch Online app as well. Don't know why, but might as well. Okay, I got it. Sorry, I'm just laughing because directly underneath all those Nintendo apps, there's emulators, and I'm like, hello, how can you do this? That can't be allowed. Somehow Nintendo is just letting this happen. That's crazy. Then the employee did leak the NSO app getting a makeover for the Zelda notes and stuff. True, but I think they mentioned that in the treehouse. I think they mentioned that in the treehouse, and that's why the employee that told me that will not get fired. Because otherwise, absolutely, he would have gotten fired. But I like that, though. Yeah, they're going to get the Zelda notes. You're going to get, like, actually, you're getting a lot of new Zelda content, like Zelda. Like, I think she has, like, a diary that is, like, expanded upon or something like that. So there's probably some, like, actual Zelda lore that we're going to get, you know, on a personal side of things. So that'd be nice. So all you parasocial guys can enjoy that. I don't know if we knew which app was getting the... No. It's the Nintendo Today app. I heard that somewhere. I don't know. I don't remember where I heard it, but it is the Nintendo Today app, and it's gonna have like a Breath of the Wild button or something like that on it. So they really want you to download this app. Wait, what the heck? It's a Mario. You guys seeing this? Wait, hold on. It's too bright. Wait, can I angle it? You can see the eyebrows. Wait, hold on. It's too bright. Let me lower it. Oh god, he's awake. Whoa. That was weird. Too bright. April 28th. Nintendo Today delivers daily Nintendo content catered to you. Okay. Start. I gotta sign in. I'll do all this later. I'll do it later, and then every time I'm streaming, I'll read you the updates, I guess. But yeah, that'll be nice. There's a new anime that came out yesterday, dubwise. Oh, Lily Pichu's the lead? Really? Okay. Wow. Good for her. She was also Paimon from Genshin, right? I never played Genshin. I don't know anything about Genshin. I just know that she voiced a character for him. So good for her. That's awesome. I respect her so much. It's crazy. She's like one of the OGs. Oh, she's another character? Oh, I thought she was Paimon for some reason. Maybe she does the impression. Oh. Wait, really? The employee mixed up NSO and Nintendo today? Really? So it's on the NSO app? That would make sense to me. That would make sense to me. Okay. I don't know which now. Well, Nintendo Switch Online would make sense to me because that's the one where it has like game exclusive stuff on it. I'm excited for her to be the lead. Yeah. That's a whole nother like career for her, honestly. She's very talented. She's so talented, dude. She makes music. She makes art. She's apparently goated at Tekken. She didn't even know. She just like picked it up and she's like a prodigy. She's probably pretty sick at League. She's terrible at Among Us. But she's a voice actor. She does it all. She just does it all. So I'm actually thinking are you imposter? That's the only Lily Pichu impression I'm ever gonna do because I just can't. Her voice is way too high for me. Oh man. You know, it's crazy. Every once in a while we get a day where like we had plans and it just doesn't happen. But like sometimes it's just kind of nice to chat with y'all, you know? Sometimes it's just kind of nice to just talk. I could totally be a just chatting streamer. I am going to do some IRL stuff. I've inspired from the Nintendo Switch 2 event. I'm inspired. So we're going to get some mics, some mobile mics, the kind you clip with the little fuzzy thing. We're going to get that. I'm going to use my gimbal. I'm going to see if I can get a mount of some sort to like wear like a harness and like put the camera on my shoulder and then I can walk around and do stuff. Or like or we could do Pokemon Go and you can see like the phone and you know you could see that from the camera on my shoulder. Things like that, you know. I could do obstacle courses and 5Ks. I've actually always wanted to do that. That could be so much fun. That was an idea I had way back in like during COVID in 2020. I was like, what if like I just took y'all on a run with me and like you had the overlay, had like the miles per hour and the distance run and like, you know, you could see the route and how much like progress was made on the route and things like that. Applin event ends tomorrow. Oh no! I don't have nearly enough Applin candy. Oh, that's bad. I only have 55. Dude, there's no way. Oh, you know what it is? I just read this. I need to use Mossy Lure modules. Frick! I should have known that. Okay, well, I'll figure it out. You're at 92 candy. Even that's not enough. You need like 400. Uh I mainly because I did Pinap too, but I didn't use any Mossies. Shoot. I remember when I was at the Nintendo Switch 2 thing, somebody was there playing Pokemon Go and they put a Mossy in, but it was right when the Vanillite event started, so it like canceled it out, and I was like, damn it. So like even though there was a Mossy, there were nothing but Vanillites. Wait, when does Vanillite end? You got two? Me too. I got two. I got two shiny ones. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I have no idea. No idea. Oh, it ended yesterday? Oh. Oops. Oh well. I got my evolutions. I needed another Vanillite. Maybe Bayleaf has one. I need it for the living dex. It's not the end of the world. I think it's a pretty easy Pokemon to catch. In some other version of the game. I think you could. Yo, yeah, you can catch it in Gen 8. You can catch it in Sword and Shield. Yeah, that's not the end of the world. Oh, but I thought there was still some Vanillite stuff you could do. I don't know why I thought that. I knew that community days were like only 3 hours, but I thought for some reason. Oh well. So chat, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me see. Wait, let me look something up real quick. I want ramen. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make some ramen today. You got a near perfect Sneasel? I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Dude. I'm still looking for a basically I'll settle for a close to perfect. Yeah, I'll settle for a near I would take yours. You know what I mean? I really would love a Shundo for Sneasel. That'd be sick. I didn't realize how good Weavile was in this game. He's really good. What day works for me to show JPR's worst Pokemon Sinnoh Pokemon? Oh, I saw it. I watched that one. It was good. It was good. I still think he should have had male Combi on the list. Colgera is the easiest fight ever. Yeah. But the music, and it felt epic. You should have done it first. You should have done it first. It's actually somewhat, it's not hard, but it's a lot more hype if you do it first. James in the thumbnail of Carnivore. Exactly. Or Carnivine. I know what you meant. I don't know why I read it and it clicked. I did them in the complete wrong order. Yeah. Yeah, you did. You did. But that's okay. That's okay. I almost did the Fire Temple first. Because the first thing I did was I explored the entire depths. I fully mapped out the depths with like minimum hearts. It was so exciting. I loved it. It was great. The depths suck? What? No, you did it wrong. You did it wrong. You did it wrong. You did it wrong. You have to explore the depths first when you have no hearts, no skills, no stamina. That's when it's the best. No buffs. Everything kills you. That's the best. No batteries. I'm done. Okay. Okay, I've looked it up. It's a different vibe. It's a little bit of a different vibe. It's a little bit of a different vibe. Wait, what? Playing the voice actor game in the 3 houses down the road is gonna be fun. Oh yeah. Oh, Darkrai, you would have been so proud. You would have been so proud. I impressed the Nintendo employees that were there with some voice actor knowledge because in the scene where we pulled the Master Sword, uh, and the Great Deku Tree started talking, I leaned in close to one of the guys and I was like, "Oh, dude, you would never believe this. That's the voice of Rivali." And he was like, "What? No." I was like, "Yeah, same guy. Same guy. Look it up." And he was like, "You're kidding me. That's amazing." I was like, yeah. One of my buddies in my community told me. Yep. It was awesome. Combat is easy, climbing is hard. Yes, I agree. But like that's the most fun climbing you're gonna have in Tears of the Kingdom. Trust me, buddy, it ain't gonna be in the sky. Ugh, yikes. Yikes. But here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, Sean Chiplock's the GOAT. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do, guys. Um, I decided the vibes are gonna be super different. So for me, what I would rather do, climbing is never fun. I'll go down once. I figure out. Oh, that's fair. I mean, that's usually when people go back down there. Yeah. What's gonna be different? The vibes. The vibes are gonna be a little different. And so I think the way I would like to do it is instead of me streaming Marvel Rivals, because like it's just this, it would be weird. It would just be a little weird, you know what I mean? If I streamed Marvel Rivals, instead, what I would like to do is let's raid Oxy, who is also playing Marvel Rivals, and then I'm just if I play tonight, I'll play off stream. It'll just be so different, you know. But I had a lot of fun with you guys, just chatting. I had a lot of fun. This was a blast. Kind of catching up about a whole bunch of stuff. How big of a day? Let me know. I will. How big of a day Sunday was and everything. I'm gonna do a route in Pokemon Go real quick, and then maybe mow a little bit more of the back of my lawn. I don't, probably not, but yeah. Then I'm gonna play some. I'm gonna heat up some ramen. I'm gonna play some Marvel Rivals. Be nice to Oxy, okay? He's awesome. He's so good. He's playing on console, but he's a good guy. And just be nice. Drop a follow if you haven't yet. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. I'm gonna talk to Demon. I'm gonna see what happened, but most likely we're still on for Pokemon tomorrow. All right. So say hi to Oxy for me. Just hit him with the yo. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.